Okay, welcome once again to the channel. Um, this time around, we will be showing you step by step on how to make your popular pap. Okay, from Guinea corn. Okay, here down here, we in Africa here is known as akamu. Some people call it akamu. So your popular pap, taking you step by step on how you will make it, how you can do them. This is actually Guinea corn, from Guinea corn. Of course, your pap, you can actually make your pap from your normal maize or corn, the white corn or the yellow corn. But this time around is from the rich Guinea corn. Alright, so we will be showing you the tricks on how long you can soak your Guinea corn, okay, and how you can actually filter them, how you can sieve it, how you can wash it to give you the best result. So stick to the end. At the end also a bonus on how to make your pap with boiled hot water. Most people don't know how to do that, so if you stay to the end you will see that. Okay, so these are Guinea corn that has been harvested, and as you can see is being filtered to remove actually the chaff. Okay, filter it, blow it, put it in either a tray pan or something flat and remove the chaff. What you want actually also is the stones. Is most importantly is the stones, because during harvest what happens is that some grasses are left inside. Okay, so you want to do that and make sure you take off most of the chaff. All right, this is our filtered. Okay, we have actually blown out, winnowed most of the chaff, and you can see how neat it is. So the next step after now you want to do is to soak it in water. Okay, just put a sufficient water that will cover it to the brim. You want to put sufficient water and soak it, and actually you soak it for 2 days. Okay, your Guinea corn is to be soaked for just 2 days. If it were to be the white corn or the yellow corn, is soaked for 3 days. All right, because if you soak it for more than 2 days, what is happening is that you get sour. When you are taking it, it will get sour. It's actually sour, so they have a kind of sour taste. Okay, you will be slapping, just like we say here in Africa. All right, this is our Guinea corn. You see it foaming on top. This is the second day now that we have been able to soak it. We have been able to soak it for 2 days now. That is why you see the foam coming up there. All right, so the next thing after soaking like this, but remember that the next thing after soaking like this is to wash. All right, we have to wash it because we still have some stones and sand inside of it. Right, so you don't want your pap to be sandy, so you take your time and actually wash it. This is the process of washing it. It's a very delicate, and you wash it very well, just like you wash your rice, your normal stony rice, and make sure you are able to remove enough stones as much as possible. Right, you don't want stones and sand inside your pap, so you take time. I think you wash up to 3 times, 3 or 4 times, you don't mind. So this is the very first one. This is the second time. All right, so you see how she's scrubbing it. You have to scrub it so that you want your pap to actually taste nice. Okay, you don't want it to have any smell or any taste from when you are actually putting it in water and keeping it. All right, after that the next thing is to take it to the engine, able to wash the clean or grind it. Okay, so if it's a small quantity you are using, you can actually, if you want to use your blender, okay, and blend it. Now in grinding it, you want to grind it to actually to make it paste. Grind it to the extent that it is paste. So we took it to a commercial unit here where we are grinding, and she will repeat it, grind it three times at least. After grinding it first time, then turn it inside. This is the second time. Okay, this is the second time actually grinding it, so that it makes it very smooth. Without that, your pap will not actually come out very well. Pap will not come out very well, so it will remain in the shaft. So you want to insist that you grind it very well. Alright, just put enough water, not too much water, just sufficient water. So you can see how it is. Grind it into paste. Alright, so do that. Then after that, the next step, you can see that there's some sharp debris. You can see some seed. That is the second time. So I think this will be the second time, and the last time. Okay, it's the last time. So the next thing you want to do after grinding is to sift. Okay, you have to sift it, wash it, separate it from the shaft, because the shaft is actually there. So I'm going to show you how you can wash pap. Okay, you can wash it and remove it from the shaft. Separate it from the shaft. Exactly, you see how we can actually remove some of the water that we can actually get out of pap. Let me stay. Alright, this is the third and final time, and see how smooth it is. Look at how smooth it is. How smooth it is. Okay, the next thing you do is to prepare your rubber. You get a sieve. Okay, get a cloth that is a silk cloth or a chiffon cloth. Alright, get a rubber like a basin, and you want to tie it strong. Okay, you want to tie it very strongly behind the rubber, so that when you are actually sifting your pap, you don't want it to get loose. Alright, some people actually, after doing, they actually use rope to tie around, but I think this is the best. Okay, you have to secure it. This cloth could be gotten from the market. Alright, it's not expensive. It's the cloth you use in sieving your pap. Alright, now we have almost through in sieving our pap. This is actually the last stage. So this is how you put it. Just little by little, you introduce the grounded corn into your rubber and put some water and continue sieving little by little. We are already done. Right, so this is how it looks. So what you do is that you keep it to settle down. You keep the water that you have sifted. You can see how neat it is. Is without the shaft now. All the shaft has been taken out. Alright, I'll actually show you the shaft. So what you have there is the pure pap. So you leave it for like an hour or an hour and a half for it to settle, for the water to settle, for you to now get your pap. Okay, so this is actually the shaft, some of it, not all of it. Okay, this is all of the shaft now. You can see the shaft that we got from the pap, and this actually, you can see, is still wet. Alright, you can see it's still very wet, and this could be used for feed for your chickens, for your birds. Okay, for your birds, your turkey, your chickens. This is a very good feed for them. Actually, people actually come to buy this shaft. Alright, okay, so we have sieved, we have already removed our the water on top, so this is the part that is left. All right, sorry, it's getting dark already. So this is actually the residue. We removed the water that was on top. So what we are doing now is, you will now get kind of like a bag that you can, or you can sew a cloth. Okay, this is the water that we removed from the settled corn. All right, so if you don't have a cloth that you have sewn, because we want to remove all the water now, you can see now that this one is thicker. It's thick now. There's no shaft here. This is just your pap, but you want to dry up all the water, so you can actually use the sieve that you used to dry the remaining water. Okay, so what you do is that you turn the sifted corn into your cloth, just like that. Then you tie it and keep it for the water to drain. The water will drain on its own, little by little. All right, just like that. Want to tie it, the water will be draining on its own, little by little, and that is just it. Okay, that's just the process. It's just as simple as that. All right, so, and your pap is set. All right, when it drains, the water drains. Okay, you might want to ask a question: how do you preserve your pap? Okay, now the way for you to preserve your pap not to get spoiled is that you have to reintroduce it into fresh water. All right, every morning. Then take the quantity you want to have. You can take an handkerchief, a white handkerchief, and just squeeze out the little quantity you want to make. Right, assuming you want to make commercial, you want to sell, you take an handkerchief or you take a cloth that is thick and squeeze them out to the shape you want to the different sizes. You can, when you squeeze out the water, you see that it becomes strong and stiff. You can use your knife, cut it to the required shape if you want to sell. Okay, so that is that. And if you want to preserve it, you would have to put it back in water. You can tie it up like this, fill up the basin with water and just put it in there. All right, it will preserve your pap for as long as you want to. All right, so this is the pap, our grinded sifted pap. Now you can see that it's draining little by little, and this is the handkerchief. I want to demonstrate how you can actually use some if you want to. So you put some inside an handkerchief, and you see that drain the water, and you see our pap there, very strong and ready to make. All right, so finally, for a bonus, I will teach us how to also make pap. So because most people do not actually know how to make pap, which is quite sad. All right, there are some little tricks involved. So what you do is that after squeezing the water, okay, from it, what you want to do is that you add a little water. Don't add much water. If you put much water, how thick you want it to be depends on the quantity of water you put now. Fresh water now, okay? While your water is boiling on the fire, you put little water and you make it a little bit thick. Not much water, just little water. All right? So, and while your water is boiling on the fire, okay, when you see that the water is boiled, you want to turn it inside. Okay, when you turn it inside, you continue stirring with an over and over motion, just like you are beating an egg. All right, you can blow your air to remove most of the steam. Okay, remove most of the steam. I've already put my hot water. You see how I'm stirring. Continue stirring with an over and over motion. Okay, blowing it with your mouth to remove most of the steam, and you see that your pap will thicken. So that is the little secret for making pap. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, like, share, please subscribe, like the video so that others can also watch and learn. All right, and also